changes.
Speaking of Clayton
Yeah.
Kershaw, let's talk about that division in the NL West. One of the craziest divisions so far this season, and so fun to watch. So, unfortunately, the Dodgers lost last night, but then you saw that the Rockies and D-backs both won their games. When it comes down to it, how many of these teams get into the postseason?
The answer might be all three, in that what's going to happen in the National League Central? Are the Cardinals and Cubs both going to make it? I think we agree probably in the National League East, the Nationals alone are the favorites to make it. And so the Rockies are counting on a lot of young pitchers. And this is the way they always knew they were going to have to do it. We're going to have to develop our own. You bring veteran pitchers into Coors Field, they get all freaked out. You get 4 runs in the first inning, in that place, you got to keep going. And their young pitching has been extraordinary. So the question would be this. In the second half of the season, are the young guys going to hold up? What's fatigue as they hit a wall and all of that stuff? But in just the things, if you look at the three teams, what's the difference in the three teams? The Rockies have a great closer in Greg Holland. The Dodgers have a great closer and deep starting pitching. Their closer, Kenley Jansen. The Diamondbacks have gotten great work out of Fernando Rodney, but they are sort of the same thing. The Rockies and Diamondbacks are almost mirrors of each other in that veteran position players, star caliber position players, Arenado, Goldschmidt, and young pitchers. And it's fun. And you know what happens with young teams? You see it all the time. When you win, you've seen it with the Twins. When you win, you start to think you can win because on opening day, you're not sure what you have, and you build, and confidence builds up. And by the second half of the season, there's a swagger. Now, and the young players, what's the grind of a long season? What toll does that take? But I think they've all three got a chance. And I would just, as you look at the playoff picture, you say, okay, do the Giants have enough to come back? They're playing a lot better now. And then what happens in the National League Central is the Cardinals and the Cubs and the Brewers slug it out.